NBC 26 Today's McLeod Hageman is discovering the iconic Iola car show before it officially kicks off today. He joins us live from Iola this morning as drivers get ready to start their engines. Good morning, Mac.
Good morning, Olivia. So this bucket list event is attracting people from all over the world. And if you're a car person like me, you know that each and every one of these vehicles has its own story. For one man, it's really so much more than that. Fortunately, this community and organizers are really recognizing it.
To me, it was special, and for my family, it's special.
Ford fanatic and retired Wapaka foundry worker Ronald Hartle has been coming to the Iola Car Show for decades. But this year's event will be different after the community unveiled a welcome sign with his recently restored 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 as the focal point.
It was just really pretty mind-boggling. I thought, man alive, my car is on that picture that how many people are going to see. I felt very honored that he used my car.
The feeling it's indescribable. This project in particular with Ron is a perfect example of that. You can see the emotion and the happiness and the shock and the joy that this brought to him, and that's what it's all about.
Iola Car Show Executive Director Joe Opperman says the event is so much more than entertainment, including monster trucks and celebrity guests like Jerry Mathers and Dennis Anderson.
Really what we're selling are memories. This is, people come together ages 8 to 80 and they enjoy this thing together.
This community of just 1,200 people will grow to more than 120,000 the week of the event. Joe telling me the event really allows people to put their differences aside, welcoming people from all around the world, especially with this locally inspired sign.
We live in a world today that is very polarized. There's a lot of things that separate people, and when you walk through these gates, that stuff's gone. You know, everybody is here focused on physically spending time together, enjoying things that they have in common, and we're not battling about our differences. And that is a priceless thing. It's the closest thing to time travel that you can buy.
As for attendees like Ron, this year's show will be especially different, with his iconic Mustang welcoming visitors from all around.
Thanks to my wife. She isn't here anymore, but that's how I got it fixed. She said to me, you know, if you don't do something with that car pretty soon, you and I are both going to be dead and that car is still going to be sitting there.
Ron says he feels honored and was totally surprised by the unveiling and hopes everyone enjoys it as much as him.
Joe had asked me one day if he could have my car up here to take some pictures. And so we brought it up here and he did, and I didn't realize that that's what was on that billboard, was the picture of my car and everything, until he revealed it to me a day or two ago. That was pretty special.
And Joe tells me there are more than a dozen nuggets in that very welcome sign. Community members should be able to recognize. You just have to look closely. And joining me now is Scott. He's one of the volunteers here for the iconic Iola Car Show. Scott, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
How much planning and organizing does this 3-day event really entail throughout the year?
Well, it's really a year-round process. You know, lining up everything it takes a lot of time, and all the different special events that we put on. You know, it's we have a full-time staff working on this stuff to promote, and so yeah, it's a year-round thing. It's not just a 3-day thing for Iola.
What kind of feeling is it to see everything coming into fruition here for the next 3 days? I mean, there's so much planning and dedication that really goes into it. It's got to be a good feeling to see everything just perfectly coming together.
Oh, it's cool. I mean, there's always little bumps and stuff, but we all work through it. You know, it's all volunteers. You know, there's probably 2,000 volunteers here.
Yeah.
And already this morning, you know, there's probably 100 volunteers already here this morning, you know, and maybe more. So it's kind of cool. Everybody gets out and don't mind getting out early in the morning to put this on.
Absolutely. This year's theme is Unforgettable 50s. Can you tell me what are you most looking forward to this year that's going to be brand new?
Brand new. I mean, just all the 50s cars.
Yeah.
That was kind of a neat era, and to bring all those cars in here, it's just something new for everybody to see. You know, when you promote just a age group like that, so everybody gets to see that. And there's a lot of younger people that really don't get to see these kind of cars. And
sure.
So they'll be able to see the cars of that era.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Scott, thank you so much for your time. We certainly appreciate you for this morning. Again, the car show starts today and goes through Saturday. Admission starts at about $20 and goes all the way up to a whopping $30. Yeah, not so much more there, depending on how many days you plan to visit. Organizers remind people to be patient when driving to Iola, since so many people are visiting this very small community. We're going to send things back to you in the studio.